What's going on YouTube and Spotify? This is Boom.
And Zoom. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're gonna be talking about not necessarily have like a specific topic, but we're just gonna talk about what we've been up to. Thanksgiving just was just a few days here.
Ooh.
So yeah, Larry, how was your Thanksgiving, buddy?
I think my Thanksgiving was pretty good. I have to go to two Thanksgivings because we have two huge families, mine and my wife's. So usually it's a chaotic day where I spend traveling most of the day and trying to keep my sanity because it's always wild, you know?
Oh.
It's always
Was
chaotic.
it like a big gathering, even in the middle of a pandemic?
Even though I know, like, we're only supposed to have 10 people,
Yeah.
like, like, our governor's like, yo, if you have 10 people, like, someone's gonna, like, come and arrest you. We had, like, probably right around there, like, maybe no more than, like, 11, maybe 11 or 12 at, like, one gathering. At the other gathering, there was probably, like, 12 or so. But, like, they were small, and people, like, kept leaving, and then,
Yeah.
like, one family would leave, and then another family would kind of come kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it was just, like, it seemed like so much, and it sucked in a way this year, and it didn't feel like a holiday.
Yeah.
you know what I
it's
mean.
Just, yeah, I felt that.
Like, definitely. And I know there's so many people that didn't even get to go home to their families and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And that's just like, with this Corona thing, it's like, is this how Christmas is gonna feel? Like, there's not gonna be like holidays and stuff anymore.
Well, not well for a little bit. I heard there's a vaccine already, but I mean, I take that with a grain
Yeah.
of salt. Really. I
Bro, who's taking it first? Because I'm not. I'll draw straws to take it
dude,
last.
if I get paid,
Bro, I'm
if I
scared,
get
bro.
paid, I'm taking it, dude. I don't care.
I mean, hey,
Okay, I care. Never mind.
you should throw me a couple Benjamins.
Well,
I'll take
you
that
probably
vaccine.
can't because
but
you're
I mean-
old, so you probably wouldn't.
Oh,
be able to
wow.
handle
So
it.
you're saying I'm expendable?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you shouldn't because you will die
Oh.
because you're old.
Wow.
I should because I'm
Oh.
young and I could probably live it.
Oh. Oh.
Wait, didn't you have COVID?
This is sad.
Or-
No, I didn't have COVID,
Uh,
but that's scary that you think that.
No, it's because I have like. Never mind. Go ahead.
What?
I thought you did. I don't know. Just,
Oh
Random
my
thought.
God! Why did you think I did?
I don't know. I feel like I remember you saying you were like super sick at the beginning, not the beginning of the year.
Oh
but,
yeah,
like,
I was sick for a little bit, but I don't think I was like COVID sick.
did you
Like
get tested?
I think I had like a stomach bug of some sort. Cause
Mm.
like they say like if you get COVID sick, like the biggest thing that you're gonna notice is like the loss of taste and smell. I believe it is,
Yeah.
but the biggest thing is like taste.
Yeah,
So like
taste.
once you lose your taste, boys and girls, I'm not talking to you that just got a bagel bite out of the oven and just burnt everything in your mouth. I'm talking like you can't taste anything.
Yeah,
You probably should go get tested.
I've seen a bunch of TikToks where people who have like COVID are taking like shots of like alcohol and they don't taste it. Like it's just like it's nothing.
That's crazy. I haven't seen that.
Well, she.
That's wild.
I know, right?
Oh, it's that on the. What are you trying to say? That's on the young TikTok.
I was actually gonna say yeah. I have all the ones I've
Wow,
seen were like Zoomers.
dude. What do I have? Boomer TikTok?
You probably do,
So I only
man.
see the older-
No cap.
What?
Yeah, sorry,
There's no way.
dude. It's an algorithm. You probably do. Not gonna lie.
You're really making me feel bad now.
Um,
You're really aging me.
But I mean, yeah, I know. I have two friends that have had it, and I guess they are young, but they said like they've just felt like really sick. Nothing like obviously like too bad where they have to be hospitalized. But it's
Yeah,
just crazy to
yeah.
think that a lot of people still think that it's fake until they
Crazy.
until someone they know has it and they're like, oh my god, it's real. But yeah, just
Right?
U.S. is not. Anyways, I don't want to talk about COVID because it's depressing.
That'll just get everybody in the
Yeah.
mood right now.
But yeah, Thanksgiving, it's kind of weird, like kind of how you said it. It was just me and my parents and my siblings, just a regular, almost like just dinner.
Right? Almost seems like a dinner, just like
Yeah.
almost a family Sunday dinner with your family, and
Yeah.
it just felt different this year. Like there wasn't like that, that special feeling of like going and being with your family.
Yeah.
Like everyone, even though we had people around, like everyone was like 6 feet apart and didn't want to be around everybody. It just felt awkward.
Yeah, awkward is a good.
And
good.
I don't feel like family and gatherings like that should never feel awkward.
Yeah,
So that's a big thing.
yeah, it's wild, man.
But other than that, what have you been doing besides, the depressing COVID/turkey dinner?
Wow.
What have you been gaming?
Well, before we get started, if I sound a little tired, it's because I am.
Oh,
I woke up at 4 a.m. for work So also, if you hear me slurping, I'm taking a
Slurping.
double shot energy from Starbucks. These are actually really good. I don't know if they help.
Is that a sponsor?
Maybe one day.
Reaching out, Starbucks. You hear us right now? Boom Zoom. We need
I
that
approve
sponsorship. I'm
this.
not drinking your coffee, but I'll drink like some other
I am,
things.
and I approve of this double shot energy. But it makes me use the restroom. Okay, never mind. But so I've been gaming a lot on. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Call of Duty. Never in my life
Wow,
did I think I
dude.
would be playing this much Call of Duty, and honestly, it's just because Halo's not out. But I've hit max prestige.
Oh, Halo's never coming out though.
You know, dude. Oh my god. Yeah,
Infinite, like the infinite
I
delay.
was about to. I'm about to yell. I'm about to punch something. The amount of times I bring up Halo and you bring up negativity with that is just insane. I can never speak about Halo.
All right, let's go. Let's go back to the COD then. We'll go back to the COD. Let's see what the positive things you have about COD this week are.
Well, I've been playing a lot. Like I said, I'm already 3rd prestige. I'm the max level you can hit.
Ooh,
because,
that's what I like to hear.
yeah,
That's sick.
I have maxed out all my subs. I'm working on maxing out all these snipers to get platinum. I'm gonna get or
Nice.
diamond, whatever it's called. So that's this week's grind is diamond because double XP was this whole week I think or last week.
Was it on weapons as well?
Yeah, so thank goodness because leveling up weapons was so slow. And with this double XP on weapons is like breezy, easy breezy.
Yeah, it was definitely rough with the without having like double XP or like I was buying Doritos and stuff just to get double XP, and I know that wasn't even on weapons. Like
Oh, it's not.
the point blanks, bro. But let me
dude.
tell you, point blanks, bro. What do you gotta be in his butthole? Is that gun gotta be in the dude's butthole?
Dude, it's so inconsistent.
Like-
Yeah,
Like I'm telling you, sometimes I'm like, I got it like an inch from his nose, we get it. Then I got it like in his nose, and we don't get it. But then I got it in his butt, and somehow that always works.
well, it always works in
So
the
they
butt.
should just call it butt point,
Butt point, butt plug.
butt point camo. That's what they
Are
should
you
have
going
done.
for diamond or what?
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
World of Warcraft came out
Right,
this
right,
week.
right.
Yeah. That's why I kind of sound surprised, and I'm questioning like everything you're doing in COD because
I don't play WoW, you know.
I
this.
haven't I haven't touched Call of Duty since WoW came out, like or like been in the real world. It seems like
Yeah.
since WoW
You've
came
been
out.
gone. I've missed you.
Yeah. Yeah, my streams have now turned into vibing with Plex. We
Saw that,
now
yeah.
vibe every night.
Nice,
The chat
let's
and
go.
us, we just hang out, we talk. It's a little change of pace from like slaying out lobbies of Call of Duty and sweating out every night and being stressed out. I feel a lot more relaxed.
Slaying
That's
out
one
is
thing.
a bit of a stretch, but we'll give it to you.
Oh, okay. Don't let me hop back on, dude.
Nah,
and
no
show
chance.
you what leaderboard should really look
Not in
like,
this,
dude.
not in this game. Maybe Modern Warfare because you played that way more than I did, but not this
Oh.
game.
Okay.
I will
Oh,
put money on that.
You're feeling.
I'm
Oh,
feeling it.
I remember you wanted to put a little competition before.
Yeah,
You and your
and it-
boy versus me and the Nelk dude,
Okay.
and
Okay, that was fun, but my boy was hyping himself up so much, and he let me down. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure Nelk made you guys cry.
Well, he didn't show up till Roy. If you're listening, you didn't show up till last game, so I don't know where you were the first two.
Don't worry, I was there to carry him. Don't worry. I don't want to even say carry. It's a teamwork thing, Sometimes I pop off, sometimes he pops off. It's like a teamwork carrying thing. Like sometimes, I don't know. I'm losing it there.
Well, we've been carrying you since Halo 5, so
Bro, the scoreboard and the leaderboards don't say anything
even-
about that.
No,
I mean,
what?
maybe on LAN, I will give you this. On LAN, you were insane. I've never seen you play that well,
I think so.
you played better than 90% of the people that were there. You were insane on LAN.
I miss.
Other than that, maybe it's your dog shit internet that you have right now at home that's weighing you down.
That's true. I'm not connected on Ethernet, so.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you could be a wonder kid with the better internet. But till then, I'm still gonna be the weekend warrior, the online slayer.
should have a poll.
When Ross isn't there.
Wait.
But I mean, other than that, I'm the slayer. I slay.
Look, listen.
I'll slay.
We should have a poll. Me and my boy versus you and whoever you want. I was gonna say Roy, but he doesn't
In
play
what?
gaming in Cold War.
in Cold War.
If people want to see it, we give the
So,
people what they
so
want.
Roy doesn't play. So you're saying
Or whoever
hypothetically,
you want, yeah.
you could beat me and Isaac.
Me and my boy. If people want to see it, yeah, sure.
Oh,
Look, I'm not okay.
okay.
I'm not gonna say we would beat you, but it would be. I
Okay.
think we could. Last Modern Warfare, I kind of underestimated you. You were cracked out of your mind. Did not. You took me by surprise. Uh,
Okay.
but
Okay.
we have been playing this game way more than you have, so I think so. But
I
Isaac's
do give
really
you that.
good,
You
so I
have.
don't know.
But Isaac is a beast. Absolute beast at Call of Duty. It's like every single year it comes out, and it's like it doesn't matter. It's like he knows what he's doing. He's so good.
Does he suck at Halo?
I
Is that
love.
why?
I mean, he's not too bad at Halo. I wouldn't say he's like a top tier at Halo. I'd say Call of Duty is more of his game for sure.
Okay, well,
But
you heard it here first. If
you
the
know, what are you trying to say? You got to be good at Halo, or you're good at Call of Duty.
No,
Those are
that's
the
not
top
okay.
two.
I know the way I said it sounded like that, but I just meant like I don't know. I don't know what I meant by that. So if people want to see it, we will give them a 2v2 gunfight Cold War when it releases.
I'm down.
Okay,
I'm
there we
down.
go. There's our plug. Now tell me about WoWs, cause
Yeah.
before you talk more about it, but I do want to say your stream has been looking real crisp lately. I don't know if it's that
Ooh.
30. You got the 3090 or 3080 or
I got a 3080 in here.
yeah.
I got an i9 in
Oh.
here, dude. It's I've been with Ross's help, dude. Me and Ross have been working together to get the perfect settings and just tinker with it ever so bit. I had Isaac help me rebuild it. We
Dang.
had to. I bought like a pre-built PC because that's like the only way that I could get the parts that I wanted, like the 3080
Yeah.
and the i9. And then I took that all apart and we put it in another like case with everything else, with all my other parts,
dang.
basically. So pretty cool. But without like those two people's help, I mean, I don't think it could look this crispy. But thanks to them and all the research we've done, it's finally getting there.
Yeah, dude, even Call of Duty
Finally.
looked, pretty crisp. I was like, wow, that's like
Thanks, dude. Thank you.
your gameplay.
I mean,
it's-
we're gonna be coming back to Call of Duty December 10th, but and you know, I don't know if I can even say that I'm gonna come back full time because right now I'm not even gonna lie. Like World of Warcraft, I don't think has ever been at a better point in its entire life.
Yeah.
Like usually I will play World of Warcraft because I'm straight addicted. I've played for years. I played since the beginning. I had a friend that like when I was in high school, he first showed it to me in our tech class, and he was this big bull-looking character, and he was like, "Bro, look at it's like 30 of us like fighting this giant monster." And I was like, "Whoa, this is something really cool." And I always thought like, you know, that's like me in the whole classroom fighting like the teacher
Yeah.
as the boss or something crazy. Like I was like, "Yo, that is something cool." And ever since then, it's been like something that keep up with and play. Me and my brother have always played it together, so it's something that like I'll probably never stop playing because
Yeah.
he plays it, and it's just like something that we enjoy to play together.
Is he playing with you right now?
And it's just yeah, like
nice.
we play together, and he always is leveling up and always leveling faster than me because I hate leveling. He knows that. Sometimes I'll be like, "Bro, dude, I'm not liking this expansion, bro. I need your help leveling." He'll even level my character sometimes. He's always good. But this expansion, man, I don't know. This is the best WoW's ever been. I've never had more fun. I've never gotten this little sleep in my entire life
Oof.
playing games.
Oof.
And I've never had this many friends come back to WoW that like I played with like 10 years ago, and they came back to the game now after quitting because they
Damn.
hear it's so good and they're enjoying it. So like that's really hyping me up and like really making me happy to see like other people finally enjoying the game and seeing what I see in the game, because there's more than just like someone looks at it and it's like a bunch of fairies running around on a map and like there's nothing going on. There's like a lot of depth in the game. So like if you just like to adventure around and like gather materials, like Roy loves doing that. He loves playing games to mine everything and gather all the materials, and like that's what he loves to do. And like you can do that in the game and you can level up that way, or you can just like get cool stuff that way, or you can fight crazy bosses with all of your friends that are just like NPCs or something, or you can get that challenging feeling of like battling like an actual human in PvP, and like the PvP is actually good and balanced. It takes skill now, so like it's fun, it's more enjoying, and I think that's why everyone's coming back and like really giving it a shot because I think at this point, like me and my brother and a couple of our friends have been playing for like 16 years or so. Like
Yeah,
not 16,
dang.
maybe 14 years or so. The game's been out, I think, for 16 years, but we've been playing for forever. And at this point, it's been like, an expansion comes out and it's mediocre and we stop playing after like 2 weeks or so. But like finally we're like, if this one's mediocre, we're not going to keep playing this game. Like
It's
we've given
done.
them so much money. There's a monthly subscription. Like it's a lot of money, but this has been amazing. And the thing that like people don't get about that $15 they pay every month is like the game updates and changes every like week. Like every week they're adding like more content or unlocking more of the game. So like I always saw it as like a game that's always changing, other than you paying $60 and playing that flat game for a year.
Okay, I see. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm hooked right now. Roy's been playing it with us.
It's
Um,
co-
Recently, Ross just joined us,
Oh.
so it's I never thought Ross would play again after the last time I got him to
Yeah.
play, and the expansion wasn't that good, and we all stopped playing. I know he was very hesitant, so like it's really cool to see him playing it as well now, and like I think he sees the joy and excitement that we keep having, and like I think we were up to like 2 or 3, maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock last night,
Jeez, dude.
just like running through dungeons and doing this stuff, and it's like you're fighting these bosses and they all do challenging things, so you're trying to come up with a strategy as a team to figure out like what are we doing wrong as a team, or what can each one of our characters do to like tweak something to beat this boss. And it's like so challenging, and you finally beat it, and it's so rewarding. It's just like a lot of fun right now.
Well, that's good that you got a big group of friends. It's always the best to game with a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest thing. Like having friends to play with makes it like towards the big reason I stopped playing Call of Duty right now. Like we can get back into talking about Call of Duty is I I found my friends not enjoying it or making themselves feel like they needed to enjoy the game to be there. And like even the
I get that.
people that I know that are like my Call of Duty like not clan, but I'd say I'm like my Call of Duty boys. We get on every night. We're playing Warzone or we're grinding, or even they're just grinding alone or playing multiplayer. Like I can see I could like hear in their voice and just see and like their gameplay and stuff like that they're just going through the motions. You're just going through the motions. You're not really there to play, and you're not really there to enjoy it. Like there's a total difference. Like when we play Halo, I feel like there's, especially with you, there's that excitement and that energy that's there
Mhm.
that like makes you a better player, makes you just overall just keep playing the game because it's
Yeah,
exciting, it's
because you
fun,
want to
and it's
play.
like yeah, because you want to play. You want to be good at this because it is good and you know it's good. I feel like with Call of Duty, we know how good Warzone is. We know how good the name Call of Duty is. But overall, I don't know if it's skill based matchmaking or what it is. The game just feels unrewarding. You're playing like you're playing to sweat and hurt like your hands and like think your brain off, and you got a headache and everything, but you're winning games, but like you're not getting anything.
Yeah.
You're getting a rank that you would get normally by playing through progression of hours. You're not getting anything that says I am the shit, dude. Like this, I am better than all of you. I mean, I guess that you get that through
The diamond
your
or
KD,
KD, yeah.
through skill based matchmaking and like getting in better lobbies and knowing that. But like as a player that's not like at a top level, or a player that's not in the CDL, or someone like in the HCS, or someone that understands
Yeah.
that, like Joe Schmo and his friends see, yo, I'm just playing, I'm just getting the prestige levels, like I'm just getting hour levels. I'm not getting anything that says skill. And I think that's a
I see
big
that.
thing right now. Like, what do you feel about that?
Well, to kind of just backtrack a little bit from what you said, like not having friends that want to play, I'm kind of in the opposite boat, kind of. Okay, the only reason I really do like Cold War is the crossplay. I've been playing with friends that I wouldn't have imagined playing with like 10 years ago. Obviously, you're either
Mm-hmm.
Xbox or PlayStation. Now I'm playing with Xbox, PlayStation, PC. every night, basically we have a full squad, 6 man every night, having fun, playing S&D, playing combined arms or whatever it is, zombies. When two get off, playing till 3 in the morning. But at points it does feel like what you were saying, like they're almost like kind of forcing themselves to play, but it makes it okay because we're all together. We don't have to try all the
That is
time
true.
because
Yeah.
like we're just joking around, making jokes, killing people. Obviously, it makes like if it was just me and you, I'd probably get tired after like maybe an hour because skill base is gonna be like kicking our ass. But the good thing about
Yeah.
playing with like
Yeah.
a big group of people is that it's pulling all the skill base from like people who are really bad to people who are really good to the median. So it makes it fun at times because it's equal. You can pop off.
Yeah, that's a big thing for people that like don't understand this right now or don't play Call of Duty a lot or don't understand skill-based matchmaking. It basically takes the averages of your kill to death ratio and it takes your whole lobby's kill to death ratio and then it tries to put you up against someone
Hmm.
that has that same kill to death ratio. So he like when I play with Jorge or Zoom, as you know him, we both are pretty sweaty. We both have pretty good KDAs. So our KDA alone together could be more than what ours is with our
Yeah.
friends. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just like when I play with them and we play like Nuketown 24/7, I can get like 50, 60 kills. But when I play by myself, I'm getting like 20, 30. It's just like,
Yeah, it's nuts.
please.
The difference is nuts.
Yeah.
Like I have a friend that like he um he, he doesn't play games at all. He's like an older guy.
Yeah.
He gets maybe like 6 kills and dies 40 times, but he doesn't care. He enjoys it. He has fun.
Hmm.
He's just playing the game to just talk to his friends and do stuff. But I play in a lobby with him and it's like we're fighting people that like aren't even moving or are robots
Yeah.
in my
They're just
mind.
bots, dude. Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's just the way it is. But yeah, we've like almost found like some of us just not wanting to play after a little bit because like it just like the game itself sometimes can be really broken, glitchy. Obviously, I mean, because of COVID, the game wasn't really ready. But like I said in the last
Hmm.
episode, it's a good excuse, but it's still a AAA title. I just feel
Yeah.
like at this point, I think like on December 10th, when the me and my friends say December 10th is when the game is the full release of the game, because honestly, it's coming with a lot of new content that probably should have been in launch. So we'll see December 10th how we are all feeling again. But like I've been saying this last week, we've been just playing pretty much like till like 1 a.m. 6 man, you know, just having fun. Honestly feels like the old days because in Modern Warfare I never had like a full squad. Like I usually just play with you and like Ross and like Bean, but we just did Warzone. So it was a nice like change of pace going from like playing with two people to a full squad every night. And I think like I was saying earlier, it definitely helps you like the game a little more because like I said, you're just cracking jokes, making fun of each other. The lobbies are even, you're popping off as opposed to getting shit on all the time. So I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it's a weird state that you kind of have to play with like 6 people to have fun in the game because I don't have fun by myself. I'd rather just uninstall if I play by myself.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you. Like if when I played by there was a good portion there, I think like where even like you were kind of burnt out like I think it was like the first week of the game coming out and like you were burnt out, Dunny was burnt out. Like there's people that normally play and grind the game. They were just like, "Nah, man. Nah, like I don't want to play. Like I just want to
You,
just a break for a little
yeah.
bit and then you would come back, but like I'm the type of person that like if I have free time I'm going to sit and grind and grind and grind and
Mhm.
grind. That's just what I do. That's just how I've always been, even in Halo. But in Halo, I don't know if it was the community and we knew everybody in the community, so it almost felt like I always never was playing
I
alone
feel that. Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
even matching up randomly,
Yeah.
like I match like mid shot or someone like everybody I would know, and once in a while you match with random people you have no clue. But there was always like, yeah, I know that kid. I went to a tournament or I know him, and like after the game, be like, oh yeah, hey, what's up, man, or whatever. But like in Call of Duty, I don't get that feel. Maybe there's 1,000 billion more people
Yeah,
playing
absolutely.
and everything like that. But like I was playing myself and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna grind gold guns. That's cool. I'm just gonna do that. So I'm grinding gold guns, and occasionally a friend would come on and he'd be like, "Yo, I'll play with you," and I'd be like, "All right," but I've been sweating for like hours on
Yeah.
end, not physically, but like
Yeah.
mentally, and like in the game, my KDA is just going up and up and up, or whatever. The KD is just going up from playing, and then Joe Schmo, who doesn't play often, gets on and then gets rolled in the lobbies because I'm playing crazy kids, and they get discouraged. So it's like
Yes. Yes.
it just sucks. Like that's what I hated about it. I hope that in December 10th, like I agree 100,000%. COVID was a delay for this. There's National Call of Duty Day. You cannot not drop the game
Yeah.
then. Like
No.
there's investors, there's people.
Yeah.
There's no way that Call of Duty doesn't drop their game on November 4th, regardless, or whatever the date is. I believe it's November 4th. Regardless, they needed to drop their game. They did. It is what it is. And moving forward, hopefully in December 10th, we do get the full game because it feels glitchy. There are glitches. There's glitches in Nuketown that have been in the game since Nuketown's been out for 15 years or
Since
so,
Black
or a
Ops
billion
1,
years.
yeah.
Every time Nuketown's come out, the same glitch happens, and yet it's out again. Like, going back to what you're saying, you're also a triple A title. You're the biggest name in the industry. Everybody knows Call of Duty. Everybody knows Activision. There's no one that has probably more money than you guys. There's not really that many excuses to have these glitches and not be fixed like the week after in a patch. Like, for instance, when I play World of Warcraft, we're paying $15 a month, yeah, plus the price of the game, which is usually $40.
Yeah.
So you could buy a yearly subscription. I think it's like $70. You save yourself a ton of money or so. It's probably a lot more than that. It's not 70, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, yeah.
discounts to doing it, but like when there's a problem in the game, we report it in the game, and within 24 or 48 hours, you're getting a response back from a human being that's in the game. That's like, imagine if you had a manager in a game, and you couldn't see him in the game, and he's always in the game. There's people like that in WoW that like go around and they also are playing in your game, but you can't see them. Then they make sure people aren't cheating. They make sure people are doing everything right, or if they're stuck in the game, they can get them unstuck, pull their characters out and stuff like that. So like, it kind of blows my mind to see someone like Blizzard, who probably doesn't, they probably have Activision, Blizzard are all one thing. They probably have equal money, but like, you got someone who's weekly going around looking for bugs, finding bugs from people, and then the next week the patch comes out. Every week, a Wednesday, Tuesday patch comes out, and it gets fixed. But you have something like Call of Duty, where we've had years and years of bugs that we all know that we report, and nothing happens.
Do you think maybe it's because like they know like Call of Duty itself will make money whether it's the game or the in-game like buys? Like Call of Duty's gonna make money regardless. If
I
it's
think
trash or
that's
it's good, it's gonna make money.
I think that's a big part of it. I really do think a big part of it, because with World of Warcraft, yeah, you have the name, but you don't have the audience like you do a Call of Duty, like a shooter, like a first-person shooter game.
Yeah.
Like, you have usually people that play World of Warcraft that are either love that style of game and are looking for something like that, and World of Warcraft's the biggest name in that genre, or you have friends that play it and they get their other friends into it and then they get hooked. You usually just don't put World of Warcraft out and like everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm playing that, dude, it's coming out, dude,
Yeah.
we're getting double XP and we're gonna be playing that. No, you don't get that. Like, that's something that you only can get from like games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, and like Halo.
Yeah.
Those are the big names, I feel like, that can only draw an audience like that. And I don't know, man, it's just like, I don't
Yeah,
I think you're right. I honestly think you're right. Like, it might be that Call of Duty knows that it can come out. I mean, remember they used to come out, they used to drop the game and then a $50 season pass?
Yep.
They used to know that they could do that regardless,
because
and
people would buy it.
everybody was buying
Yep,
it.
yeah.
It was insane. So they were like, on release day, releasing $110 of content, and you're buying the $50 season pass, that the fourth quarter stuff, you're not playing because the next game came out already. So like, Black Ops 1 came out, and Modern Warfare W7 is coming out next, and you buy the season pass, the fourth quarter, you're going to be playing Modern Warfare W7 because, like, that game's coming out and Black Ops means nothing anymore. So, like, they know how to work it. And I feel like that's a big thing of why they don't fix things. People are addicted. They're playing. They're talking about. I feel like it's almost free advertisement for them because like someone finds a
Yeah.
gun glitch, and then people are like, "Oh, what game's that? Oh, that's Call of Duty. Let me play that. Let's see if I can get that." And then bam, they get in. They're like, "Oh, this game sucks." But
It's like
by that point, they've already bought the game.
it's like they say any plub. Oh my god, now I can't speak.
Any blah 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 blah.
Yeah, oh no, you got me tripped. up.
Publicity?
Yeah, is good. I can't say the word. I've been choking.
Publicity.
Any, you say it. You know, you just said it.
Yeah, any that's what they used to say to like as I was growing up, like Britney Spears always had that like stuff happening to
Yeah.
her when she was being big and she always used to say, any publicity is good publicity, even bad publicity. Anything to get your name
Yeah.
out there and people know it is whatever.
Yeah.
That's what they love. They eat it up. People eat that stuff up.
Call of
And
Duty.
that really is it. I mean, that might be it to the T right there, to be honest. Like, Call of Duty is a huge name, and people are going to buy the game regardless. I mean, I'm not a huge Call of Duty person, but I do like to make content. I do like to stream, and I always usually buy the newest game that comes out, even if I don't play it for a long time. I like to play them to have my own opinion on a lot of things. I don't like to hear IGN's 7 out of 10 rating because the game's actually a freaking 4 and it sucks ass, really. But they're trying to make marketing money off of it and try and trick people into buying it.
If you
Like,
if
I
you
don't.
still watch IGN reviews and base your purchases off that, there's something wrong with you. No offense, but like,
Bro, look at if you go to IGN. Here's a great one: The Last of Us 2. Go to IGN, go to Metacritic, and look at the 95% Metacritic or IGN rating. But then you look next to it to the right, and you see the user score says 40%.
Yeah.
That's freaking wild, right? Because the users come out and they say the truth that the game fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Because it did. If you like The Last of Us 2,
whoa, watch,
We-
tread lightly here.
I'm trudging hard here.
Go ahead, say what you can say.
Last of Us 2 is absolute garbage and ruined the franchise.
Heard that, yeah.
Ruined the story, ruined everything. The Last of Us 2 is trash can, gameplay, garbage. It's garbage. It's garbage. It's straight garbage. Garbage. You ruined the most greatest franchise that you could have ever had with The Last of Us. And I don't want to hear from any trash cans in the comments below that haven't played The Last of Us 1, that weren't there on the release date of The Last of Us 1, that didn't play the game through fully and love the game. I don't want to hear from you trash cans in the comments that The Last of Us 2 is freaking awesome. It's going to get Game of the Year. I don't want to hear from that.
Get the boomer angry.
The Last of Us 2 was trash and ruined the game. Last of Us 1, absolute gold. And I'll live and die by The Last of Us 1, 100%. That's how I feel,
Damn.
100%. Dude, I was seeing something like The Last of Us 2 is getting an award or something. It should get an
yeah.
award for dog shit ruined game of the year.
Damn. When you get mad, you get
Dude,
mad.
I'm so
boomer.
upset about that, dude. That's like, I don't play many story-based games. You know me.
Yeah.
Anyone listening to this podcast knows me, probably. If you don't, you're gonna know this. I'll buy every single player game, but the chance of me playing through more than 6 hours of it are very few and far between. Max Payne, The Last of Us, and probably look at that, I can't even think of another one. So like those are the two big. Oh, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, love that game. I played that game through and through, love that game. I don't play many single player games. Nothing really ever hooks me to the point of making it through to the end. But Max Payne is a game I played. I absolutely love that game. It's absolutely phenomenal. If you've never played that game and you have a chance to like play it on Xbox Game Pass or something, phenomenal game. Absolutely loved it. It was a great story, great gameplay. Last of Us 1 is one of the best games I've ever played / watched, because it's almost like watching a cinematic movie the entire time and playing it. And that was one of the greatest stories ever. And other than that, there's not many story player games that get me because they suck and they're all the same shit going over and over again because you guys don't know how to develop anything that's good because you guys all know how to copy each other.
God damn. Wow.
That's
I
the
mean,
truth, to be
yeah.
honestly. I mean, the last 4 Assassin's Creed games besides this one have been copies of each other, and then they did was try and change the main character, kill off the main characters, and change the gameplay, and it still sucked. I mean, what single players games are out there that you think are good?
I'm gonna go with the old school. Obviously, Fallout, Skyrim, Red Dead, Cyberpunk. Hopefully, when it comes out. You know.
Exactly. I mean, but those are the only good. I mean,
Yeah.
Red Dead I did leave out. Red Dead, Fire game,
Well, I
Fire,
feel like
love Fire.
those games they have more replayability than just a linear single player. So I almost don't want to count them.
So say let's talk about more of a linear single player game that forces you to play a story strictly
I
almost.
can't name one. Borderlands, maybe.
Nah, because that's
That's-
like almost gives you a
That's like
multiplayer feel. I
sandbox, yeah.
think it's not like it's a straight immersion, and it's a sandbox.
Ah,
Like there aren't many
Yeah.
single player games that can even be successful. I feel like anymore because
I don't know.
people don't like linear games. People don't like to be told what to do, where to go, and like to be closed in.
Unless it's done really
like
good.
that.
Like you said, Last
Yeah.
of Us. I haven't played it, but from what I know and what I've seen, it's
Yeah, Last of Us 1 I would say is very linear. It appears like it's an open landscape, but it's very linear. But like honestly, there really isn't a good single player game out there. And someone's going to be like, Grand Theft Auto is fucking amazing. That's not what we're talking about,
It is,
bro.
but it's
We're not talking
no.
about.
it's a
Yeah.
sandbox.
Exactly.
It is funny though.
It's a sandbox.
that you brought up Assassin's Creed. I just feel like, especially now, I feel like in the last few years of gaming, like it's just all been remakes, reboots, and there's nothing really
Right?
original. Like
What's it? There's not like a single original IP single player game that's come out that's been absolutely fucking
Yeah.
awesome in the past 5 years
look at Halo.
that I can think of.
The remastered Halo 2, Halo 3's on PC. Like it's just like the same games being just like in our system for like the last 5 years, and I'm getting tired of it. I think that's why there was that period in like at the end of 2019 when like I got back playing games with you guys where we just couldn't find games to play because it was all the same stuff and we were bored and tired of it, and it's just like there's not much to do, and it just sucks.
Yeah, definitely. Like I mean, you could go through my whole Steam library. I have millions and millions of games it seems like, but like the game time play on them that are single player games are like very few and far between because there's nothing enjoyable. And like I feel like we live in a society now, especially in gaming, where like yeah, maybe there's like 10% of the people in gaming in a whole that can play a single player game or play a game offline or play a game that doesn't require internet that they can kind of vibe out and do, and like they play kind of by themselves. But for 90% of the people, I feel like in the generation we are now, it has to be a multiplayer game that is a competitive game that is, I want to say, a shooter now because those are the only games in the top 5
Yeah.
that are successful right now. And like it has to give rewards. Like that's another thing. Like you have to be getting rewards and it has to change. Those are the successful games right now. Warzone, Fortnite, as much as you don't want to think it. Apex is coming back right now. Like, and other than that, those are 3 shooters. Like, and I can't even think of 2 other ones. Like, you have your League of Legends, and you have, I mean, CS:GO is trickling away, especially with now leaving North America and just being more out of North America. I mean, CS:GO is going to trickle away. Valorant is, I feel like Valorant's making its way up now. Now going to be that North American niche of a CS:GO kind of game to fill that niche now that CS:GO is leaving North America. I think that will only add more viewership and hype to Valorant. But those are 5 games right there that like bring like change all the time. There's new seasons in all these games. There's battle passes in all these games. There's cosmetics in all these games. Things to keep visually someone appealed to the game, not just the core game itself.
Yeah.
And with a single player game, like they give you costumes and shit like that, but you're not showing them off or doing anything to anybody. And I feel like that's why they lose their fun and their hype and everything, because you're only like gloating to like yourself. Like you're only showing off for yourself. Like you could show your boy like, yo, look at what I did in this game. And I have a friend that always loves to show me stuff like that. But like, it's it's that stuff is cool and I love to see it. But like for me, and I feel like 90% of the people, like there needs to be more.
And I think what
If it makes sense.
I think what helps with games like that, like you don't see any like single player games being mainstream. Like you said, you see Fortnite,
No.
Warzone. Part of that has to do obviously with like crossplay and like just the massive
Yup,
people
huge.
people playing, and obviously the skins. People want to buy skins. People want to look cool. People want to spend money, and I think that's like as much as you want to. As much as I hate Fortnite, one thing Fortnite did really well was obviously make gaming mainstream. A lot of like the mainstream
Yeah,
games, if you will,
definitely.
like Warzone, are the games that have cosmetics because guess what? People want to make. These companies are going to make money and they're going to take advantage of like Warzone being mainstream, Fortnite being mainstream. Let's make all these skins. People are going to buy skins. We're going to make so much money. So let's appeal to the masses. I think that's why like I think even Fortnite said like SBMM was in Fortnite for so that little kids will keep coming back to their game and buying merch or not merch, skins and stuff like that. So
Then that makes sense in
Yeah.
that aspect too. So like I do get that skill-based matchmaking, trying to force like the underskilled players to be able to play with underskilled players and learn.
So
but
they don't leave, so that way they can keep making
Yeah,
more money.
exactly.
It sounds messed up, but I mean it's a smart move, obviously. But for people like us, it's just like I don't want to try all the time, you know. Obviously, like
yeah, sometimes I just want to get on a vibe. Like I do want to progress and I do want to get better, but I also want to be able to play at a tolerable rate where I don't have to like think 3 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Like that's usually what we do when we're playing competitively, I would say. Like usually competitively, I'm not like spawning, running straight forward and just like getting into a fight. I usually am thinking, all right, I died on this point of the map. Most likely I'm going to spawn here. Okay, I did spawn here. That means that someone's going to be in these 3 locations most likely, so I need to go this way. And that's how I feel like I'm playing skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty. And that's not enjoyable because it's putting a lot of stress on your mind. It's putting a lot of stress on your body. And after a while, like you're getting broken down mentally and it's not fun anymore.
yeah, dude, like especially Fortnite, like that was like at the time the only
Oh,
game
yeah.
that was like cross-plat. So I was playing with my cousins, friends on PlayStation and whatever. And you know they had their own ranked game mode, but they also have SBMM in like casual or like not ranked whatever. And so like me and my friends, we would play ranked because you know we want to try, and then we just want to chill out, you know, listen to music, vibe, have a little drinks, just play regular Fortnite. But then like you're going against kids that like are just like think they're booga or whatever, and they're just like you shoot them once and they build the Eiffel Tower. I'm sure you've heard it millions of times before, and it's just like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just- it gets tiring like
Uh,
just getting doo-dooed on, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you there. Because, like, recently, like, with the end of, like, the Fortnite season coming up, like, I'm not putting Fortnite back into my rotation for streaming, but I put it back into my rotation because I buy the battle pass every time because I do love skins. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
I've
no,
probably
yeah.
spent thousands of dollars on
Oh,
Fortnite skins.
no.
But at one point, I was playing Fortnite at a competitive level or trying to. We've always been chasing that Fortnite dream.
Yeah.
Me and Roy went to Ninja's midnight thing in Chicago.
Nice,
Like we've
yeah.
always been chasing it. So like it's never been a thought process for me. I've just kind of always been putting money to the game because I supported it and I liked every change that they made and they always were looking to make the game better. So in my mind I'm like, "Oh, let me put more money into the game. I'm going to look cool, but it's also supporting this game becoming bigger and bigger." And not only did this game become bigger and bigger and change the game itself, it turned around and gave the profit line that that game had and gave it back to the people playing the game, which is something that many games don't do. A lot of games, I don't think there's a single one I can mention. There's not one single game I can mention right now besides, I don't know if this is true. I think maybe Valorant did this recently, but there's not a single game that I know of that has taken the money that it's made in cosmetics and turned that into its own tournament ran by the own company inside the game to give that money back to the people. They're the only
Yeah.
ones. Like, I think Valorant recently just had a tournament that they are running, or a sub company that's ran with them is running to give money back that's been made in the game but I don't know if that's true. But there's not a game like Fortnite that's done that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're making billions, but they're also giving millions and thousands away every week. Like, if you go on Fortnite now, you can play in a tournament this Sunday for $1,000. And that's like the minimum you can make if you like get in the top 200. Like, that's mind blowing as someone that's been me and you. I know you're not as old as me, but like me, Ross, and Roy have been chasing the dream of being a competitive player for a long time. And at one point, like a prize pool, I mean, even you saw it in Halo. Prize pools in Halo were never anything huge. Like,
Yeah.
nothing that I ever expected that if we won a tournament that it would change our
Yeah,
lives.
not
Yeah, it
much.
would change our lives in the aspect of people knowing who we are, but the money itself would never change anything. Like, to be honest, I probably make more in bonuses than you can win in a Halo tournament, to be
Yeah.
honest, with anybody out there. So, to see a game like Fortnite put like the highest prize pool in Halo history be the minimal prize pool in Fortnite is like mind blowing for me.
I mean, yeah, that game
And
did really well in making it where just anyone could join a tournament. Like literally,
making success out of anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all these people that made like all. I feel like Twitch almost itself right now wouldn't be what it is, and these streamers wouldn't be what they are without Fortnite. Like Fortnite took everything to the next level. Like we had battle royales back in the day, and people will always say, "There's never a good battle royale that was back in the day." Like, are you guys crazy? People played H1Z1 like crazy back in the day, and it was super popular. Super popular. Was it glitchy? Did it have problems? Yes. But even to this day, we still have glitchy problem games that are battle royales because nothing can be perfect when you're adding 100 people's paying into a game and trying to balance everybody out, you know?
Yeah.
There's never anything perfect. But
just Fortnite just did something, man. Fortnite became mainstream and part of like culture for like 2 years. Like you had like Drake playing Fortnite. You know, you had all these people
Bro,
from
that was
everywhere
insane.
playing Fortnite. It just became so.
you can get on
popular.
Fortnite now and see a concert, a freaking concert. Like Diplo just playing a concert and you can just be hanging out on an island. Like,
this Travis Scott.
that's
Yeah.
so crazy, dude. Oh my god, the Travis Scott thing is probably the craziest thing I've ever seen in a video game in my entire
Yo,
life.
he's chasing the bag
Like-
though. He had his McDonald's meal and he had a Fortnite event.
Bro, I'm telling you, Travis Scott is a smart man. I mean, his wife is one of the richest girls in the
And
world.
beautiful.
Yeah, he is not stupid. Look at he's the ambassador of Sony right now. So any commercial or anything that like Sony's coming out with they came out with a clothing line, he's part of it.
Yeah,
like,
really?
man's a genius.
Jeez.
But like you said, Fortnite did change something, and I don't know what it was. I always enjoyed that it felt like a sword and shield kind of game, like your shield being your buildings and stuff that you could build. Like now people build a Taj Mahal and edit through it and do a 360 dance while building like another structure. But like back when we first started, you were only building like 4 or 5 walls, maybe a 4x4, and then shooting. Like it felt freaking awesome.
Yeah, you were building just to stop the fire, not to get over your enemy.
Exactly.
But I don't get. Obviously, I play the ranked mode, but I don't get how people want to compete in a battle royale. Like, to me, there's so many variables.
There's so much RNG,
Yes, there you
and
go.
in a game like Fortnite where it has a first shot accuracy,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the shots are RNG about how they hit the person. That's something that really irks me.
Bloom.
I don't think that it would be even better if there wasn't the first shot accuracy. I think that, I mean, having total accuracy on all these guns would be a little insane, especially in some scenarios that you can get into in the game. So I understand why there's not perfect accuracy, but there's nothing more frustrating than looking at someone that's not looking at you, you shooting a shot at them and the first one hitting them, and then the rest of them going like nowhere near the person.
Yeah.
That's like extremely frustrating.
Yeah, I couldn't get the reasoning, but I mean, one of the reasons I like Halo so much competitively is that everyone starts off with the same weapons. Like if you get in a gunfight, you're gonna have the same weapon as the other person. the more skilled player is going to come out, you know. And if there's a sniper coming up, you have to set up right. You have to be smart about it, as opposed to finding a sniper or a gold shotgun. And I may be the better player, but if this person has a gold shotgun and I have a gray one, he gets a good shot off of me, I'm pretty much dead.
Yeah.
So that's just me. Obviously, I mean, obviously I'm biased for Halo. Obviously, I'm going to sit here and say that.
Yeah, and I think that comes with the two different styles
Yeah.
of competitive players that you have out there. You're going to have your competitive players out there that can base their winnings and stuff like that off an RNG, and then you have your people out there like, I wanted to say Shroud for some reason, but I couldn't even think of like a competitive field that he was in. But I'm thinking of like someone that takes their accuracy and their competitive, like their talent is what makes them a competitive person, not the RNG plus the talent. This person has straight just talent, and that's what drives them to play the game that they play. Like you're saying, Halo, you're going to all start off with the same weapons. Yeah, you can pick up weapons on the map, but everybody has that opportunity to pick up the same types and start with the same types. And it's more of a, am I better skilly than you? And if I am, I'm coming out on top. And like those are the two different types of players I think that you get a lot now in the world, especially with a lot of the games that we're playing, a lot of the stuff that's going on.
Yeah, competitive gaming, at least for Fortnite. I mean, I get it. Obviously, the money's insane. Like Bugo, how much did you win? Like 3 million.
Bro, the money is the money's nuts.
So I mean, if
dude.
you're good like, and the money's there, go for it, right?
I'm even just like an average player, but it always makes me want to like. I log on, I'll see the tournaments, and it always tempts me to be like, dude, I just should drop everything and just put it towards this and make this the thing.
Yeah.
Because like, I feel like honestly, there's so many times that like I think about all the things that I'm doing, as people say, my hobby or whatever, like, my YouTube, my Twitch, and everything like that. And it all takes time. I work a full-time job. I don't have the luxury of being able to wake up and make my content, edit my content, and then start streaming, and then take a break, edit, and whatever. Like, take full days. Like, that would be amazing. So I have to work around things like that. So it's hard to balance all those things and, want to keep pursuing them when you see such a high prize pool in Fortnite, and you're like,
yeah,
hell, if I drop all this shit, man, I could
make some monies.
I get 200th place, I make a freaking grand.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, a grand isn't a ton of money, but when you're talking about you're making a grand maybe each week, you're making a little more here and there, and then on top of that, like, it all adds up, and it turns out to be something maybe better. But it's always something that I feel like tempts people, and that money's nuts. You can't take that away from it.
For sure. I'm like in this weird point where like obviously I want to do Twitch and YouTube and all this, but like you said, like obviously I have to work a job right now because I'm living not in my parents' house. I'm growing up. I'm still a Zoomer, but I'm growing up. But like I just have like so many videos that I recorded. I just don't have the time to edit. I just want to stream or I just want to play games, but I also have to like, if I want to do YouTube, I gotta take so much time to like, like to edit, to film, and then to stream, and then to like edit the podcast, upload, and then after work, it's just become so hard to kind of do everything.
And then want to chase his dreams still.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like, at no point with like.
I'll never give up on the dreams, but like it's like you always like need to know what to put a little forward first before you go back to pursuing those dreams. And like I might be getting older and everything like that, and like every year that goes by I always think like, is this the year that I'm gonna have to start buckling down on life a little more? And as like I may have a kid like in the future years or something, like how is that gonna take effect? Because like people always think like, I got a dog once in the beginning. Like I was gaming hard and playing Halo and we were grinding out like that, and then I'm like, I want a dog. You don't think anything like when you think, I want a dog, like there's nothing, you don't think that. But like I was at your age now, starting to live on my own, pay my bills, I had to work a full job, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna get a dog, but I want to pursue like Halo. So I used to come home from my job and just get on Halo. I already brought my dinner home and I'm just vibing with my boys and we're just playing Halo. I might have had a girlfriend and we go out and do something
Oh,
like that, but like my life was always focused around playing video
yeah,
games and
yeah.
making that.
Mhm.
So like when I got a dog, it was like almost a big shock in my life. Like you can't put the games first anymore. Like I come home and it's not all right. Put everything down, and we go to the bathroom and then we play games or something. It's like all right, the dog needs to go out because the dog's been in here all day. Oh, maybe the dog went to the bathroom in here because it's been in here all day. Now you got to walk the dog. Now the dog wants to play for a little. Now you're feeding the dog, and now you're a couple hours later, and now you're realizing that you're eating away at that time that you had to game.
Yeah,
And it's like
yeah,
all those little things add up, but they're things that you need to be able to do to have a life. Like if I never had my dogs and stuff, I would never understand the joy and all the happiness that they give me every
yeah,
day. And people see that and they think it's stupid or whatever, but like I'll come home for my lunch break because I have to let them out, and just seeing them and them being excited to see me, like you could be having a bad day, and that just changes everything up. So like giving up that time that I had to give up to not be a full time grinder and everything like that, and having an animal, the happiness that you get from I'm just saying things in life that you have to give up on your dreams sometimes are worth it. Because I feel like me,
yeah.
you, and a lot of the people that we know have always been trying to grind for their dream, regardless if it's been their primary or their secondary thing. I feel like me and you have always been surrounded by people trying to create a dream in the same reality that we're in.
Yeah, and it helps to have people like that to kind of.
Yeah, it definitely does, because how often are me and you drained, and like the other person will like motivate the other person, like for instance today, like you were saying in the beginning of the podcast, like you went to work early this morning, and then like we wanted to get this podcast out because usually we like to drop on Fridays, but we had the holidays and it was my birthday, so it was hard, and we had family around, so you know I motivated you, and like we motivate each other and stuff like that. So it's always
Mhm.
good to have people like-minded around you to keep you going and keep you pushing, because that's just literally what keeps the dream alive. 100%.
Oh, for sure. I just for me, my the dream is to compete in a game, not so like Halo. Like that is the game. There's no other game. I'm sure if I try, I could probably be an AM or whatever. But there's not one. Halo is the game that I want to play competitively, and if I had the opportunity between that or like YouTube, I would pick that over YouTube any day. It's just
That's a huge
yeah,
thing.
it's just maybe the money's not there, but like I'd be happy because that has been my goal since like I found out about competitive gaming.
And I think that's a big thing. And like someone to admit that, to be like, it's not about the money, but it's about completing something that I have a dream for, is like the big thing. Because there are a lot of people that you do see that like get in that shining light, and then they become a popular Twitch streamer, a popular
Hmm.
YouTuber, and they give up on that light of becoming a competitive player, sticking with the competitiveness because of the
Yeah.
money. And that's cool to hear, because like at my time in life right now, like when I always wanted to be a competitive Halo player, like that was always a
Hmm.
dream. But then like in the past couple of years, I feel like I've opened up my life to seeing other opportunities. And as much as I would always want to be a competitive Halo player, I if I had a chance between being a Twitch streamer or being a YouTuber or being a professional gamer right
Hmm.
now, I probably would pick a Twitch streamer or YouTuber, and it's not because of the money. It's something that I always wanted to be an entertainer when I was a
Yeah.
kid and stuff like that. And I always wanted to be an actor and stuff like that. And I think it's more of I've seen what it takes to be a competitive player, and I if like Halo came out, I would play Halo at a competitive level. Don't get me
Hmm.
wrong. Like the second Halo drops, I will turn on a dime and
Yeah.
drop everything for Halo to compete again, because that's just how I am. But at this reality, if it was a reality between being the two, I know the enjoyment that I can get out of being myself and enjoying a game and grinding it like heavily and playing it and entertaining people and getting more joy out of that than being the person that's just grinding the game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's hard to explain this to someone that hasn't been there, but someone like you who's been there with me, and it's day 9 of us trying to figure out a strat on a single map
Mm-hmm.
where we keep getting shit on and we just can't find the strong point or the way to do it on a map, and we spend 8 days whatever, and people are like 8 days on a map, I'm just using a number.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time on one map to figure out one solution to a problem that is coming against us, and we'll do that on a lot of maps, and we'll go over a lot of strategies and stuff. But to know that I could be on the other spectrum, just playing the game and enjoying and making the money still, and making happiness and making, I think like making, my thing has always been making people happy around me, and if I could do that and entertain people and do bring some aspect to them, I think that would be the biggest thing for me rather than being a professional player. Just because of all there is so much stress there that no one sees. Don't think that all these professional players don't have that stress plus probably contract stress plus who is going to backstab them. That was
Yeah.
like, I'm very, 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 very fortunate to know someone like you and Ross and Roy who are very skilled at the game, that are also very people that I respect wholeheartedly. Like, I respect you guys wholeheartedly, and you guys have always been 100% real with me forever. And it's hard to find people like that when you're competing, because there's always that person in your group sometimes that has that idea in his head that's spinning, that's like, well, if we drop so and so and we pick up Tommy and us could probably run this route and we do better and whatever. And that's always in that aspect, and that's something that like you dread waking up after a tournament that you didn't do well, and you wake up and you see the text message and you already fucking know what it says, and you open it, it says you're dropped. Like, that's like something that's horrible, and I'm very fortunate to know people that are very competitive and very good that wouldn't do that, like you and Ross and Roy.
Yeah.
On other teams would drop someone other than trying to find and help that person become greater at something that they weren't good at. For instance, like that, there's a lot of competitive stuff that goes behind the scene that like no one, I feel like, sees. That they just see like, oh, that person's shining star, he's so good and he's making so much money and like they're winning every tournament. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't see the other door that is closed the whole time, because there's all that baggage and all that shit that does happen behind the doors.
Yeah, I get that 100%. That's why sometimes I'm a little skeptical of teaming with, like, trying to find a team. Is like, I know at any moment, like, obviously I kind of get it, because like if they have a good opportunity, they're gonna take it. Like, who wouldn't, right?
Yeah, I agree with that too, and like that, and that's why you can't ever be mad
Yeah.
at the same time.
You just have to understand it. But like, also, like you said, I was very fortunate to meet you and Roy, because I remember after that tournament we went to, like, obviously what happened. Like, our fourth dipped out on us last minute, find someone. But you know, even though we kind of got dooted on a little bit, you guys were like, oh, we're not dropping you. Like, you were pretty straightforward about that. I was like, okay, cool. I was for sure in my head, I was like, fuck, that's it, I'm out. Like, not me, but I was like, you guys.
And then
are gonna kick
after
me.
like those 3 months you could think of grinding, and then that
Yeah,
happens, and you're like, bro, did I just waste 3 months of my like high school year where I could have hung out with my friends and done stuff? Like,
it would have been very
did I
discouraging.
just waste that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the worst thing. So like, yeah, definitely. And I'm still hoping that Infinite comes out and we can have this dream team, and it does happen, because I've always wanted to have this team with the certain people that are the people. You already know who you
Yeah,
are.
I mean, it's because like we could be competitive, but we could also joke around and be dumb, which is always a good mix.
Exactly. And we all know how, I feel like we all also know how to talk to each other to be like, yo, you are doing this wrong, but here's the way to do it better. And like, we all each have a totally different personality, but they all mesh together.
Yeah, no one's gonna get butt hurt.
I'd say Ross is my yang to my yang.
That is true.
But yeah.
I mean, yeah, we've been should probably wrap it up here.
Oh yeah, definitely we can.
But just wanted to say, especially like me, I still have a few years in me. I think if I was in your position, try to put this as nice as possible. If I was older and I had to choose between being competitor or like Twitch, I would absolutely do what you're doing and just focusing. Like, you have your Funko, you're doing this, and then you have Twitch, and you have your YouTube. You got all these different platforms. But I'm still young. I still have that competitive itch. Like, I know, like, playing with my friends when we play casual, I probably aren't the best person to play with, because I'm always trying to, like, I'm always like, all right, we should do this, you should do that. Oh, you made a wrong play here, and I'm sure they get angry at me. They're like, can you shut up? And I'm just like, I'm sorry. You know, I just have this competitive itch that I kind of lost and got back. I don't know if it's because
I don't think it'll ever leave.
until I
Because I feel
fulfill
like
it.
it's something that we still have, like, even when we play Call of Duty, and
Yeah.
we've never been competitive in it, but we're all like, yo, what if we did this and
Yeah.
this?
Like,
But, like, when we do play with our boys, they're like, dude, can you just shut the hell up?
oh yeah, like, I'm sure my friends are annoyed at me. Like, I'm just like, I'm sorry. It's just who I am. Like, I just want to get better. I don't.
Yeah,
wanna,
it's competitive nature.
I can't explain it. It's very, very weird.
Always want to get better,
Yeah.
and that's not a bad thing.
But yeah, man, as we've been going out, we made it past 45 minutes for once.
Yeah,
Let's go.
This is a good
This is
one.
Mark.
I hope you guys all enjoy this. We definitely enjoyed this, and there'll be many more. We'll keep on to the Fridays. We're gonna try and keep on to the Fridays. You know, just like the Mandalorian coming out, we're gonna come out.
Yes, sir.
That's so spicy, dude. Have you been
I
watching?
have not.
Dude, you gotta catch up. Maybe we'll have an episode about that, dude.
I know.
Maybe at the finale we'll have an episode about that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we can talk about the whole series, season 1, season 2.
Yeah, definitely.
good.
That'd be
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
But that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Boom.
And Zoom.
Peace out.
Adios.